Hi everyone, Tammy here from Formflex Compound, and I was just getting ready to, I'm working on this napkin holder, and I was just getting ready to put on a slice on here, and I've had some questions about how to do a slice, so I thought I'd come on while I'm going to do this and see if I can maybe explain it a little bit better. And for the sake of this video, what I actually did is to show you that you always want to work on the same side, the front side, if you have these easy cut blocks. So you're going to put it on just like you would be putting on your trimming, okay? So we're going to do it that way, like that. So you just want to lay them out, but you always want to use the same side. You don't want to, in other words, you don't want to cut from this side and from that side. I always use the same side. So I put the tape on it so that you could see as I do the video. One thing about using trims, and that will take your project to the next level, you can kind of plan out where you want it. Okay, if you start on one side, you may end up with it spliced right in the center of your project. I kind of went over this, and I am going to start like right here, and I'm going to slice both sides, and then I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to put the same piece on the other side so that my slices will be about even with right here, okay? So that I don't have something right in the front. And you can do the exact same thing. Just give it a little bit of thought before you get started. And it's really, really easy. The more you do it, the more you become familiar and the easier it is. So what I'm going to do, this would be laying on my piece like so. So I'm going to put my molding. I'm always going to keep my trim on the same side. I'm not going to cut one from the back and one from this side. The blue tape is to show you that I'm always going to cut it from the same side. And this is how easy Formflex is to cut. I'm just going to take an X-Acto knife, and I want to keep and follow right along that line, okay? I want to keep right there, and I'm just going to push down, okay? Like that. And you can see how I followed the pattern of the block. Now, because I know they're going to go this way, okay, so I want to keep it cut on the blue side again, but I can turn it around and cut it this way if I want. Okay, now when you cut this one, you have to make sure that you're going to give yourself enough trim. See, if I take it back too far, like, oh, it looks like there, no, it's not going to match. You have to cut the entire trim. I got to cut through a whole piece of it to make sure that my slice will match. See how I keep my knife right up against the edge of the block, and I want to keep it going in the same direction, and I'm just going to push it right down. And that's the one good thing about Formflex. It's so easy to cut. Now we're going to turn it around, keep our blue sides together, and then all you do is you just put them together like so, and see how perfect that fits right there. Okay, couldn't get much easier than that. So you can't even tell where I'm going to be piecing this together. So since I'm going to do the same thing to this side, we're going to move our blocks down here. We're going to pick up our centerpiece. We're always going to cut it from the blue side. So we want this one to be cut this way, okay? And the next piece is going to come into that. So I'm going to turn my block around again because I'm left-handed, and I'm going to follow the line of my block, making sure that I am actually cutting the trim, okay? So I'm just going to cut straight through like that. So you can turn it back around. You've got these two pieces that match up right here. Okay, now we've got this piece that we cut again from our blue side, so we got to cut the next piece also from the blue side. Okay, and this might seem, you know, like once you get used to it, like I usually don't mark the blocks, but I thought it would be easier to show here on the videotape, on this video, okay, how I'm doing it by marking the blocks so that you can see that I'm keeping the same side. I'm always cutting from the same side of the block. So I can move this back, make sure that I'm going to cut a piece of molding. I'm not going to run out of trim. I want to cut through the whole thing, okay? Like so. And then I can put these two pieces together. And you can see there's another slice, and that fits together just perfectly, and you can't tell where we're at, okay? And what I would do as I went around this, I would probably be gluing it on as I go, but I would mark your pieces like 1, and then go 2, and then go 3. And this project is a little different because I'm not going to do one continuous piece. I'm going to glue this piece on, and then I'll have to cut these 2 edges because I want the slice over here. I don't want it in the center. I just don't want to go around it. If that makes sense, I'm sure it does. You understand what I'm saying. So I would glue this piece on like so. And I can do that really quickly. And then I would glue my other front side. Okay, so I'm just using this, oops, I'm out of the camera here. This is just a stick fast. And I kind of want to make sure that I'm right where I'm supposed to be on each side. And this is, you guys, this is just a redo. This is a thrift store napkin holder. That was 99 cents. Okay, now we've got piece 1. We've got piece 2 that's going to fit right in there and go around that corner because FormFlex stays flexible. Okay, but I don't want to glue that on yet. And the reason is, it's sticking into my fingers here. I think it's on there pretty good. I got maybe a little heavy on the glue right there. But you can see how easy this stick fast works, okay? So we're going to let that set for a second, and we're going to go back, and we're going to cut our front piece, okay? So we're going to cut the front piece on the other side exactly the same way we cut this one, because we want to go right into it. So we cut it like that. So we're going to take another piece of molding, and as it comes around the corner, because this one goes into here, then we are going to cut this side here. This is going to be our other front piece. We're going to cut that piece right there. Okay, like so. Make sure that we have plenty of room. Take it right down. But you can see what a nice professional look this gives you. Okay, so this piece would go right here. Okay, and then we would cut, this one will go here, and then we'll measure this one and we'll slice right into that. But you want to cut this side here before you start gluing on. So I hope that that makes sense so that you can understand how easy this is. There's no real trick to it, and it takes the look to a whole different level, okay? You know, it just, because that will butt right up against there. Can you, whoops, sorry. I'm trying to see, where am I? Okay, see how that will butt right up against there? And that gives you such a nice finish. It looks so much better than taking like this and this and sticking this together. Yeah, that looks good, but this looks so much better. Okay, you can't even tell there by the time you glue that on and get that painted. Then the other thing is, I'm going to glue this piece on the top. I'm going to use this beaded trim, and we did put a bunch of trim moldings on our website, so there is some bundles available on our website. And what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to necessarily start at one place and just add another piece to it. With FormFlex, I can flex this enough and bend it around that corner and finish. I don't want to start here and go up. Number one, it's not going to be bent in the right place, so you want it bent right there, okay? But I'm going to do it this way so that I have equal amount on both sides so that it looks like one continuous piece when I'm done, okay? And that's super easy. I mean, with FormFlex, you can just take it and you can bend it and then put it on. Here, I'll do this one. It's only going to go a little ways over here. I'll just do part of it, okay? Because the video, okay, just, oops. Well, maybe not. Maybe I'll go all the way around. You guys, these molds on here are the new redesign. And man, are these the fleur-de-lis on the other side too. I'll show you. This is a new redesigned fleur-de-lis, and that's the trim that's in the mold. But boy, I love the other one. And you don't really, you guys, I'm an overuser. Don't use as much glue as I do, okay? Because you just make a big mess. Usually I have like a silicone thing that I'll rub. See how much too much I got? Because it just does. You don't need that much. It takes longer. The more you use, it takes longer to adhere. The less you use, you're better off. It adheres right away. And I'm not kidding. If you mark your pieces as you go, like we did with the first one, it will make so much sense to you when you get going. So I'm just going to bend that. See, it's sticking to me everywhere. And I want to make sure that I keep that centered. And with this stick fast, you really have to make sure that you have it where you want it. If you didn't overuse the glue like I did, you really can't move it around a lot. And then bend that. And then just hold it for a second. My fingers are stuck. So remember, when it comes to this stuff, less is more. The less amount that you use, the faster it will actually adhere. Anyway, that's what I found. And just push that down. I want to make sure that that's where I want it. And then I'll be able to add my next piece. And I'll probably hold this. I'll stop this and I'm going to hold this just for a few minutes, a few seconds. It won't take that long to dry. But anyway, that kind of shows you how you can do the splice and how easy it is. And if you haven't tried it, or if you don't have the blocks or something like that, try and figure out something that you can make for yourself and really try to get that professional look with your trims. It makes all the difference in the world. It doesn't matter if you're doing an ornament, and after you do it a few times, it will just become such second nature to you. You'll wonder, why did I think this is so hard? And I don't want an in or an outside corner with this beaded trim. And that's the reason I just want to bend it around the corners, because they're really not exact corners. They're not an actual 45. But see, you can see it as it dries. But that's how easy it is. And if you just hold it for a second, see, you guys, I keep pulling it with my fingers are stuck. And then this is the other mold that's by Redesign. This is gorgeous too. So if you have any questions, always feel free to contact us. We're always here to help. But I hope that this explains how you can do a slice and get that really nice professional look. So until next time, I hope everybody has a great day. Thank you.